Welcome to today's special report. War has always been chaotic, but every few decades, a new invention changes the way battles are fought. In the past, it was gunpowder, then tanks, then missiles. Today, it's drones. And what we're seeing right now may be the biggest shift in modern warfare since the invention of the Kalashnikov rifle. To understand how fast everything is changing, we start in Ukraine. When Russia invaded in 2022, many expected Kyiv to fall in days. Ukraine was outnumbered, outgunned, and facing one of the world's largest militaries. But what followed surprised the world. Ukraine turned drones into a shield, a sword, and sometimes a last rescue line for wounded soldiers. These machines flew into trenches, hunted tanks, sank ships in the Black Sea, and even delivered an electric bike to a soldier who couldn't walk. What used to be a hobby gadget became a life-saving, war-shaping tool. And here's the key. Drones are cheap, easy to build, and far safer than sending a human pilot into the sky. This single advantage has changed the balance of power for countries facing overwhelming odds, from rebels in Myanmar to fighters in Gaza and poorer nations across Africa. But it isn't only the underdogs. The big powers have caught up. They're producing drones in massive numbers. They're integrating AI, and they're preparing for a future where these machines will be everywhere. Let's pull back and see how we got here. Drones aren't new. The British were experimenting with remote aircraft more than 100 years ago. By the 1960s, the United States was flying unmanned planes over North Vietnam. In the Gulf War of 1991, drones helped spot targets and deliver cruise missiles. Later, drones like the Predator and Reaper became central to America's wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. But everything changed in 2020 during the Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict. Azerbaijan used waves of drones to expose Armenian defenses and destroy them. That moment showed the world that drones weren't just support machines, they were frontline weapons. Fast forward to Ukraine, and we're now seeing the next stage. Both Russia and Ukraine have built their own drone industries. Ukraine alone produced almost 2 million drones last year and plans to build 5 million next year. Russia is making millions as well, including its own versions of Iran's Shahed drones. Frontline workshops in Ukraine are redesigning drones in weeks. If Russian forces jam radio signals, Ukraine switches to fiber optic systems. If cameras fail, engineers rewire sensors. Overnight. The development cycle is fast and brutal. What might take a Western contractor a year, Ukrainian technicians finish in a month. And Russia is responding too. Its Rubicon drone units are designing jamming-proof systems and training other drone teams across the front. The competition is nonstop. Drones aren't just in the air. Some skim across the sea and blow up warships. Others roll across minefields like tiny robots. Ukraine's sea drones have taken down Russian ships and even launched smaller aircraft mid-mission. A few years ago, nobody would have believed that small, unmanned boats could neutralize one of the world's strongest navies. Yet here we are. Around the world, the trend is the same. African nations are buying drones from Turkey and China. 9 African countries are building their own. Rebels in at least 9 nations are using drones to strike military bases. In Myanmar, anti-junta groups use drones to bombard military positions for days at a time, forcing government troops to retreat. In Gaza, militants use drones to disable Israeli observation posts before the October 7th attacks. What's driving all this? 2 things: low cost and growing intelligence. Artificial intelligence is turning drones into something far smarter than remote-controlled tools. With new onboard systems, drones can identify targets, track weak points, and maneuver to strike even when the enemy tries to jam their signals. Human operators simply guide them close to the battlefield and let the software take over. The United States recently bought AI strike kits for Ukraine, so ordinary drones can become smart, accurate weapons. A single drone attack can now do the work of dozens of artillery shells. That's a huge cost difference, and militaries know it. The drone world is also expanding in size. Some new drones are as small as insects. Chinese researchers recently showed mosquito-sized drones for surveillance. American and European labs are experimenting with tiny robots called RoboBees, powered by artificial muscles. On the other end of the spectrum, DARPA is building 180-foot unmanned ships, warships with no crew at all. From bugs to boats, drones are everywhere. So what happens next? Warfare is entering a phase where machines can be produced faster than humans can be trained, where new designs arrive every 6 weeks, and where even small groups with limited budgets can challenge powerful armies. And as AI becomes more advanced, the question isn't whether drones will dominate the battlefield. It's how much control humans will still have, and how quickly nations can learn to adapt. For now, one thing is clear. Drones have already reshaped war once, and they're about to do it again. Warfare is entering a phase where machines can be produced faster than humans can be trained, where new designs arrive every 6 weeks, and where even small groups with limited budgets can challenge powerful armies. And as AI becomes more advanced, the question isn't whether drones will dominate the battlefield. It's how much control humans will still have, and how quickly nations can learn to adapt. For now, one thing is clear. Drones have already reshaped war once, and they're about to do it again.